Hello everyone, I am Priya Elango, a third year AML student from Rajalakshmi Engineering College. As an ML student, I have opportunities to work with large amount of data and modeling it, which intrigued me about its analysis for making data-driven decisions. So I continued my exploration and learning in this field, starting from building my analytical skills to continuously honing my skills on statistics and probability. Also concentrating on gaining proficiency on analytical tools like Excel and Power BI. And I'm here excited to explain and present about one of my projects on data analytics, leveraging Python techniques to pre-process, clean, visualize and model the data. In this project, I used K-nearest neighbors algorithm to classify customers into different categories based on various features from a customer churn dataset. The dataset includes features like region, tenure, age, marital status, and a lot more. First of all, I started with importing the necessary libraries, including pandas for data manipulation, NumPy for numerical operations, matplotlib for plotting, and I also used scikit-learn for reprocessing the datasets as well. Next, I loaded the dataset as a CSV file into a data frame. This dataset contains information about 1,000 customers. Therefore, I defined the features and target variables. And then, since KNN is a distance-based algorithm, it's essential to standardize the features to ensure each variable contributes equally to the model. Therefore, I used standard scalar to standardize datasets so all features have a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. In order to do a standard scalar, scikit-learn library has to be used. For that, our pandas data frame dataset has to be turned into a NumPy array, which I have done here. After standardizing the data, I split the dataset into train and a test dataset using sklearn's model underscore collection train test data split, where the test size of 20% goes into testing dataset, whereas the 80% of the dataset goes into the training dataset. Then, I trained multiple KNN models using different values of k ranging from 1 to 10. For each value of k, the model was trained using the training data and predictions were made on the test data. I calculated the accuracy of the model for each value of k using accuracy score. I also calculated the standard deviation of each model to understand the variation in accuracy. Finally, I plotted the accuracy for different values of k to find the optimal number of neighbors that yields the highest accuracy. Conclusion: the best accuracy was achieved with k is equal to 9 and the model was able to classify customer categories with a high level of precision. This is all about my first project, basically on KNN algorithm. Why I specifically used KNN algorithm for my first project is its sensitiveness to missing data values. Next, I move on to my project that investigates the environment in entertainment industry, specifically the film sector, to understand what factors contribute to a movie's success. So, I started by importing several datasets related to movie release dates, theater data, awards, actors, directors, and many more. Each dataset provides crucial information on various aspects of movies such as their releasing timings, performance in theaters, budget, and many more. I previewed these datasets to familiarize myself with the structure and fields, ensuring we had all the necessary data for analysis. And to ensure that analysis is accurate, I removed movies that have domestic gross of 0. These records would not contribute meaningful insights into profitability, so I decided to remove it off from the dataset. So, next, to understand which times of the year are best for releasing movies, I focused on the release dates and extracted month from each movie's release date. I group the data by month to see which months have the highest number of movie dates. In here, I changed the release date object to a date time 64 object so that I can be able to access the month attribute of the date time object to sort out the movies based on the months. Upon visually representing it in a count plot, we can finally deduce that the month of October and December have the highest number of movie releases. However, quantity alone doesn't directly translate to success of a movie. Its profit gain does. Therefore, I examined the net profit and the profit margin of movies released each month. This analysis was crucial for understanding whether a certain months lead to higher financial success for films. Contrary to the high release numbers in December and October, the summer months of May, June, and July stood out for their higher net profits and profit margins, and this suggests that summer releases tend to be more financially successful. Okay, now we have the time of the year which we will make the highest profit for a movie. But what about the genre of the movie? It is also significantly important for this analysis process. So, now I focused on how different genres perform throughout the year. I created a new data set containing the movie genre, month of release, the associated net profit. By grouping this data, I explored an average net profit for various genres in each month. Well, my insights from this visualization is that adventure and action movies see their highest profit during summer, whereas the animation is the most profitable genre during the summer months, especially in June and July. And comedy and drama tend to perform well in November. I repeat, adventure and action movie sees the highest profit during summer. The animation is the most profitable genre during summer months, especially in June to July. Comedy and drama tend to perform well in November. Now, finally, as a data analyst, I would propose the best strategy for releasing movies would be focusing on releasing animation movies during the summer months, May, June, July, to maximize the profits, whereas adventure, drama, and comedy movies can also benefit from a November release. Thank you.